shall see. How do I see the chat? Oh, we have one like. That means I'm live. Hi, one person. 3 people. Hello. There we go. I'm live on my phone for the very first time. I have no idea what I'm doing. So this is the first. Good morning, good evening for us, or afternoon, late afternoon, isn't it? Or pre-evening. Hi everyone. Hi. Hopefully my connection's fine. I am using my my data, so fingers crossed. So today we're just gonna chill, and I'm working on a lot of props at the minute. I've got so much to do. As you can see, I'm working on some new levers for the new TARDIS. I've got a load to do. I've got a brand new big lever here, lots to do. So I just thought it would be the case of I just sit down, work on a few props, and talk to you guys in the meantime. Otherwise I'm just talking to myself, so that would be sad. So yeah, hope everyone's doing well. It's very warm today. Coming through loud and clear. That's what we like to hear. This is the first time I've done it on my phone, so it's like totally different setup. You probably see there's a Dalek in the background. Yeah, Dalek. There's a canine. On. I've also got. They're knocking everything off. Please. I've got the space helmet. Very cool, very uncomfortable to wear. It's actually quite comfortable. It's just it fogs up very quickly. Am I going to put this back up? Yes, I am. Excellent. Please don't fall into my drink. Yeah, I can't really see the chat very well. I just nearly poked the can. Top chat, live chat. There we go. I can see the live chat. This is going to be very crude. So Louise asks, how am I doing? I'm doing well. Thank you. I've just been really busy working on the TARDIS non-stop. It's been exhausting, but we are getting there. This is one of the new levers for the new TARDIS, and that's not screwed in, and there's bits missing off it. It is very heavy, but it makes very cool noises like that. Like, it has to be on the new TARDIS. Yeah, I bought that quite a while ago. Meg is in the chat. Hi darling, how are you? I'm good. Answer the question backwards then, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, and I do have like bits of the TARDIS in here as well. I've got right here, I've got one of the roundels, one of the roundels, which is off the wall. Because we don't have a TARDIS at the minute, it's just a shed, which is really sad. To go from having a TARDIS. Where's chat's gone again? How do you keep this on? Hopefully it stays on. It would be nice if it does. But yeah, baby shampoo. Yeah, well, I tried shaving foam. I heard shaving foam was meant to be quite good for the helmets. So Meg says I'm entertaining my trek because Meg has gone out for a walk whilst I've come to dog sit at my parents' house and build props because I've got a lot to do. Chat's gone again. How do you keep this up? Yeah, you have to just keep touching the screen. That's a bit inconvenient, isn't it? How's the new TARDIS coming along? It's going well. We've got bits of the console assembled. We put the floor down yesterday, the brand new floor. It's been very tiring. yeah, but it's all good. So I'm just taking today as an opportunity, because I've got a dog sit. I thought I would work on some TARDIS bits. So we've got, don't drop that because that's glass. I've got some little lights that I need to put on some props. So I've got some little levers. They're quite nice. I've just got to extend those. I'm also working on the new atom accelerator, which I'm doing a whole video about. I just thought it'd be quite interesting. I never do prop videos, so I've started filming a prop video. So yeah, because I've got the actual I've got the actual pieces from the atom accelerator with the actual pieces of the atom accelerator. These are the screen used parts, so they will go together like that. The ball bits currently being painted along with levers and stuff. Can you tell us about more props you're working on? Yes, so I need to paint up this. This is a pistol. I'm working on TARDIS bits at the same time. What's that? The ratchet? No, these. So these, I'm assuming you mean these things. These are Thrustmaster plane simulator levers. Very cool, very cool. Might be weird, but I've also got some feet that I need to paint up, and I can't tell you why, but yeah. What else have I got? I've got some new TARDIS levers, which have got a nice button, and I've got lots of little bits that I need to work on. So I've got a nice new red button and some lever parts. Yeah, so this is my job for today. Just working on little bits and seeing what fits. Yeah, so far I've disassembled these. So these are levers. They've got nice clicks to them. I've got like 3 of those. So yeah, it's a case of working on those and seeing what we do. I also got a hot beverage to keep me going. Nice mocha. Yeah, so it's just a case of when building new TARDIS bits, it's just seeing what fits and what doesn't fit. Like my idea is that I want this button in replace of this switch, and it kind of worked. I need to sort of like work out the logistics of it. So it's operated by spring comes out. So in my head I kind of want this in there like that, so when the lever's on, it kind of, it's a bit more, it's quite nice. Sorry, I just saw a chat. Oh, where's my chat? Come back. Hello, my chat. Okay, there we go. What do you plan on doing in the lights? Will it be Christmas lights the last time, or do you plan on doing some more complicated? I am using NeoPixels, which I've never heard of in my life. A good friend of mine, Chris, he's helping me sell this new cool feature with NeoPixels, which will make the tiles very interactive. A lot of it are like LEDs and stuff. I don't really use Christmas lights. I want everything on the console to be sort of like you flick a switch and something lights up. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I know the people who know what they're doing, and those are the people who are going to help me build that. But yeah, so my plan is I want this to be the new DMAT lever. So I need to incorporate this on there, and I'm hoping that I can find something that will just naturally fit together. I'll be right back, 1 sec. I'm just going to go and grab something which is currently drying. And I'm back. No fancy, I'll be right back screen. I don't have one of those because we're doing everything on my phone in the moment. This is a very laid back sort of... I've just dropped something. There with. There's me thinking I forgot to paint something. I was like, what? Yeah, this is going to be a very laid back live stream. This is not going to be professional. I'm not a professional YouTuber, but yeah, so these, essentially these, they go inside there, and they cover that like that, and then you'll have to leave it like this. And my goal is I want this on there, so a nice little chunky lever. And then let's say with TARDIS building, it's just a case of you just try and see what fits. Nothing's really pre-planned. Like even on the new current TARDISes on the actual BBC, nothing's that planned. It is a case of happy accidents. It's how the best props are made by kit bashing and seeing what you can come up with. So, is that the right one? Oh, it's the other. It's fine. So yeah, so this is one of the new levers. It's very Hartnell-esque, which I quite liked. I had some of these bits and I was like, oh, they're quite cool. And it just so happened that that fits perfectly on there. That's what I mean by kit bashing. It's just, it happens. It's like, how? And then I've got some of these little lights, which are very similar to the ones that are on the Peter Capaldi TARDIS. And I wanted that to go on there. And then guess what? It actually fits. I probably got to cut a little bit off it, but ta-da! Prop making. Yeah, so yeah, as I say, this is just a very laid back live stream, just vibing and chilling and seeing what we come up with. Yeah, these are currently drying, so because I need to paint these a nice gunmetal grey. I'm sorry I'm not reading the chat too much, it does keep disappearing. Hello, Mr. 2012. Please, Mr. 2012 was my father. Let me just read. Louise says, I can't wait for the rest of the remastered series. Me neither. We're filming something very exciting for the remastered series in 2 weeks, which I can't wait for. We've got a very, very cool location. Has the remastered series been put on hold whilst the TARDIS is being built? Nope. We've deliberately chose not to film TARDIS scenes, and we're filming anything else but the TARDIS scenes. So it's very cool. I have NeoPixel lightsabers. Yeah, the NeoPixels are used quite a lot for the lightsabers, call sequences and stuff like that. Have you got any concept art of the new console? I've got my 3D plans that I've not really concept art. I was talking to my friend Rory Stock about TARDISes, and like we were saying how for me, I can't pre-plan where everything goes. It's difficult for me. The structure of the console has to be like millimeter precise and exact. So that's where I'm like, that's important. And then because I've got loads of different random bits, some bits from the Tenant TARDIS, some bits from Matt's first TARDIS, Capaldi's TARDIS, Jodie's TARDIS, Shooty's TARDIS. It's more of a case of seeing what fits where and what works naturally. What looks good, what doesn't look good. So it is a case of that. Who is the Phoenix Doctor? That is something I'm not discussing on here. Phoenix will be announced, and when they do, you will be joyed with who it is. What are your plans for the new time rotor? Oh, the new time rotor. I'm going for the up and down motion. At the minute, what I've got is this sort of spiral acrylic, which would be like lit up. And my plan is I want that to rotate while something inside rises and falls. It's very complicated. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we shall see. We've got Nerd Den in the chat. Hi, Nerd Den. Long time no see. Last time I saw you was my wedding day. I wasn't getting married to Nerd Den, for reference. Nerd Den was there as a guest at my wedding. Yeah, is the new TARDIS going to be used in the continuation of the remastered series? And will it be explained? Yes, there will be an explanation to why there is a new TARDIS. It will make perfect sense. Everything's been planned. There's a reason why there's an old TARDIS and a new TARDIS. It's very, very cool. No one's really done it that much. But I suppose no one really has multiple TARDISes to use. So, where do you find all your console bits and levers? So, a lot of these bits, I went to a place called Bob's Bits down in Watford. Barry, who runs it at the minute, because sadly Bob passed away last year, so Barry's now the new owner. Barry and his team, they let me sort of go in and sort of look around and pick bits. It's not really a place you could just turn up and go there. You kind of have to know the people. Yeah, and basically it's the place where the BBC go to get all the TARDIS bits. So they went there for the Eccleston and Tennant TARDIS, Matt's first TARDIS, Capaldi's TARDIS, Jodie's TARDIS, Shooty's TARDIS. It's the place where all those TARDIS bits originate from, which is why like I've managed to get a lot of screen accurate TARDIS pieces. For example, let me find the one like this piece. So this piece is oh, camera's outside. I do apologise. This piece is from the Atom Accelerator. This is the actual sort of screen accurate part. And I had the last one that they ever had, and they probably won't be getting any more in. Yeah, I did get a few of these last year because Bob was generous enough to... He gifted me like 4 of them, and then I just sort of bought the rest. So I thought that these were them. And then when I went back last week, I went back, which I've done a whole video about, so I would do be posting that soon, where you can see the glory of inside Bob's bits. I thought there were these, and then when I went there, I found one of these, and I realised that these are the ones because they've got the small holes on the bottom. And then we've got, yeah, I've said this earlier, didn't I? Deja vu. We're in a time loop. Let's say we're in a time loop. So these are the screen use parts, and they go inside like that. So that's how I managed to get like screen accurate parts and stuff like that. Even just for inspiration, like Bob's is just amazing for inspiration. There's so much stuff there, so much stuff. They provided props for Red Dwarf, and then they've provided for Torchwood. Loads of stuff. They've done Men in Black, Mission Impossible. They provided some props that were in The Well. The scene with Mrs. Flood, that computer bank in the background. That was there at Bob's Bits, the whole thing. There was some chairs there as well that was also used in The Well. And last time I went, there was actually a sticker on the chair which said Who, because they'd reserved it for Doctor Who. And there was, oh, what else was there? Yeah, there's this massive mechanical thing which is featured in Rogue's spaceship from season 1. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my God, I've seen that at Bob's Bits. So it's funny seeing things at Bob's Bits and then realising that we were in Doctor Who. There's some props that me and Chris have donated that have ended up in Doctor Who, which we think is like absolutely bonkers. It's quite fun. So yeah, I'm just going back on the chat really quick. Meg says they did get married. I was there. Meg was there. Will this console be completely different from the last one? Or will it be similar to the last one with extra stuff? It's going to be completely different. The whole shape of the new console is totally different. I hear doggo barking. Yeah, the whole shape of the new console is different. The color scheme's different. Every panel's different. I have kept some bits off my old console, which will transition over because it's just nice. I'm sentimental like that. But yeah, it's very, very exciting. Very exciting. Yeah, I'm sorry if my quality is bad. I mean, to me it's fine, but it's the front camera for me. I don't know how it looks on you, on your guys. Lukey's just losing pixels. I'm so sorry. I do apologize. Again, is the quality fine? Is the quality fine? I hope it's fine. You're just a pixel. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Am I back? Am I back? Am I back? Am I back? Oh, that's good. Yeah, I am sorry if it dropped. So I'm too far from the Wi-Fi because I'm in my workshop. So I am just using my 5G, and hopefully it lasts. So we'll see. You can hear me fine. There you go. I'm an audio now. Yeah. So a lot of people keep asking about Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix to say like that will come. That will come. Just give them time. Give them time. They're in the background. They're brewing. They're brewing. What's the armor behind you? That's a Sontaran suit on top of an on top of a Sutek suit with a Solone in the background, a weird Davros head, which I can't talk about, and an Ice Warrior. And we've just had a super chat from Ryan. Thank you ever so much, Ryan. When will the new TARDIS be ready for a big reveal? I don't know when it'll be ready. Sooner would be nice than later. It takes a lot of work. I have documented like so much of building it, and I will be releasing. When I probably do the console, I will hopefully do a video diary, and you can just see like weekly progress on what's happening, because a lot goes into it. I mean, when you need to sort of like every single lever needs to be worked on and stuff like that, it's a lot to do. So but I am excited to see it finish, and I'll be glad to see when it's finished, because it's been tiring and I'm very achy. But the things we do for art, well, we see the concept art before the TARDIS reveal. Again, there's not really concept art per se, it's the 3D model of just the blank console. I probably won't release it because I don't want to sort of ruin that overall design, because I'm so proud of that new design. Luke, did you manage to get the TARDIS box to your home? No, the TARDIS box is still there, unfortunately, at the minute. It's basically it's a police box to a shed at this point. There's nothing inside. It's very empty. It's kind of just as storage. So you should do a giveaway of a piece of the old console. I have kept bits. I've took off pieces that like people wanted. Chloe had like her favorite Switch, which has been there since 2013, and it felt right to take that off to give that to Chloe. I've kept some of my favorite bits as well. I think I've got, there's like an odd button here. That's all that's left of the old TARDIS. It's really sad. Yeah, there is little bits like that. My chat's gone again. Hello, chat. See, sometimes there's like a little icon, and then sometimes there's not an icon. Will the color changing function carry over to the new console? I think so. I haven't really, because I'm trying so hard to get away from the Peter Capaldi TARDIS. Those colored lights are so distinctively Peter Capaldi, but I do like them, and it is nice to have a variation for every Doctor and their TARDIS. I love your evolution of your TARDIS console. I made my console from inspiration from yours. Ah, no, that's kind of cool. That is very cool. That is very cool indeed. What is everyone asking? Will there be a regeneration? No, there won't be a regeneration. The new Doctor, aka the Phoenix Doctor, will be making their debut at some point in time. Luke, can I have a bit of paint? Sure. I've actually got a jar. Oh, too small. I can't reach. I've actually got a jar of TARDIS blue paint right there. This one there. TARDIS box paint. Very nice. It was in a tin, but then the tin rusts over time, so unfortunately we had to transfer it. But if you are interested, it's Oxford Blue Dulux. Will you have the round things? Hexagons, technically. I prefer the hexagons over roundels. I know that's pretty controversial to say. Don't drink all the paint. To be fair, it does look edible. It's a very nice blue. But yeah, so we will have TARDIS hexagons. but not like the old ones. There's something cool happening with the hexagons. They will light up, so that's what I'm saying. There's a lot to do on this new TARDIS. There's so much to do. So yeah, well, I can't work on that. That needs to be painted, which is fine. If I just disappear and don't talk to the chat, I am still here. I'm just in the zone of working on props. So the plan is, I'm going back to doing. Did you ever, when not filming, just play with the? To be honest, I never went in there. Like, only the TARDIS wears it very quickly. The new one, though, I do like just sitting in there because it's so quiet. It's very the soundproofing in there is just, it's weird. I just realised you can see K9's head there as well. His body's there and his head's there, sort of thing. I will get him done eventually. And yes, that Dalek is very cool, and he's been looking at me for the last 3 years, being like, "Excuse me, would you mind finishing me off sometime?" I will get to it. I could always turn its head so it looks directly at the camera. That might be quite fun. Is it a bit? There he is. There he is. Oh God, K9, the poor boy. Yeah, I've got I've got bits of K9. I've got like K9's eyes right there. I've got K9's ears right there. His computer bank's up there. I've got the series 4 K9's. You can't see him with that shot, but he's over there. Yeah, I've got a Vok robot up there. I've got the laser cannon from Time Crisis. I've got shit everywhere basically. Will we ever see the Purple Doctor regenerate? No, because he died. He died. How much? How much for the TARDIS? Oh, the TARDIS is gone. The TARDIS went weeks ago. Third times. Tom Powell. I've just realised it's Tom Powell. Hi, Tom. Tom is my very talented and very, very kind, good friend. He's working on the brand new title sequence for the remastered series, and I've got to say, it is next level. It is next level. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. The Little Red Doctor. Oh, I do apologise. I shouldn't really swear. I do try not to. I do know. I'm just, yeah, I'm a bit too down to earth sometimes. Can you give us any tips for making Doctor Who fan films? Just do whatever you want to do. Don't let anyone tell you what you can and can't do. It's your thing. World's your oyster. Have fun and just go wild with it. Try to be unique. Try to do your own thing. It's all good fun. Yeah, that's all I can say. Like, you know, there's been plenty of times in the past when people tell me what I can and can't do, and I've laughed at them and said, no, I will do that. And I've done it, and it turned out just fine. So my mocha's going cold very quickly. It's going to be an iced coffee. Oh, this is a very technical question. What voltage will the console be running? Because if it's 12 volts, I have some things I'd like to send links to cool stuff. It will be 12 volts. It's all low voltage stuff. Don't ask me about the NeoPixels because good friend Chris is dealing with that. Oh, we have a new member. Hi, Samurai. I cannot pronounce the last bit. But yeah, Samurai. Hi, Luke. What lights do you use on your console centerpiece? As I need to get them for my console. The lights in there were, it was a continuous strip of LEDs. It went through all the tubes, and then inside the tube it had greaseproof paper in the Perspex tubes, the acrylic tubes, and then it had some I don't have any here, but it's like a packing material, and it's just to diffuse the lights. But yeah, so that's all we really used. Very cheap, yeah. Classy Doctor Who's got nothing on us. Would you ever consider scrapping physical sets and using CGI sets? No, I'm a practical guy. If I can do things practically, I would do things practically. Now we've built the film studio, the film sets that we can now assemble are going to be like very, very cool. Very, very cool. Right, knock her down. Na, 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 na. Tom, smiley face, winky face. Vortex in the works, Barbara. My good man, thank you very much, Tom. Thank you. Yeah, Tom keeps sending me like snippets, and I'm slowly getting the full title sequence, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. I need to stop reading chat because I've got props to make, but we shall. Are you going to change the TARDIS exterior due to the St. John's issue? No. I'm keeping my exterior. Also, I can't remove the St. John ambulance sticker because it is very firmly glued on. And I think if I rip it off, I will probably damage the wood. Have you ever done an audio drama? Yes, we've done a few audio dramas. That'll be coming out soon. Hey, so I did that little cheeky plug. Yeah, we've got some audio stuff coming on the way. So tune in for that. So yeah. Hi Luke, I just finished up a script of my own Doctor Who fan film, just needing to get a TARDIS console. They're not easy to come by, unfortunately. They're really not. But yeah, so props and TARDIS building bits. So I got these from Bob's Bits. So these are the lever handles which go on. Hopefully you can see this, because if not, this is going to be very, very awkward if no one can ever see this. So they do not go on there. Oh, they do. Do they? I got it wrong way around. Huh. They do go on there. There. So these go on like this. Very cool. And I acquired these from Bob's Bits. No idea what they are. Very exciting. But it just so happens. Oh, look at that. Perfect. That fits perfectly on there. So the plan is I'm going to attach that onto there. Not to be a crass, but I don't ever want to see Bob's Bits. Ha! I think it's meant to be a play on Bits and Bobs, but you know. But yeah, so and then I got these from Bob's Bits, and it just so happens that look at that. It looks like that was made for it. So and it'll be the same on the other side. And this is how we make TARDIS levers. Very cool. Everyone always asks me, how do you make your TARDIS? I have no idea. It just happens. There's no way I could like write this in a comment. When people ask me, how do you build your TARDIS? I was like, it just happened. Like, you know, I got this bit and I put that in there. I went, wow, that fits. Glue it together, stick it on. Don't ask any questions. That's normally what happens. Right, so I keep going to like work, but then I keep going to check on the comments. Question, is there going to be more cast and crew for the remastered series yet to be announced? Oh, we've got loads to be announced. I just can't announce them just yet, unfortunately. I need to announce my wonderful and very talented director at some point. I need to announce him. We've got brand new actors coming in, and yeah, I'm going to stop talking right now before I say something I probably shouldn't. Cool Dalek in the background. Thank you. He's keeping an eye on the chat. What is your opinion on the 11th Doctor's first TARDIS console? To be honest, it's one of my favourites. I think it's just that's the part of my life that I remember most of Doctor Who about. That was when I was properly into Doctor Who and watching it. I was watching it since series 2, but well, technically parting of the ways, but properly sitting down and watching it. And that TARDIS, I loved that TARDIS. I loved that console room. I loved how nothing was symmetrical. Everything kind of winded off, and it was kind of really cool. And I love that TARDIS. And my original plan when I built my first TARDIS was to replicate that TARDIS, which is why I got the atom accelerator bits and bits of that TARDIS. But yeah, I'm trying to incorporate more of that TARDIS into my current one. That's my plan, but I do like it. The Dalek director, Rory, is in it. It's so clicky, I want to pull it. This, it is very clicky. It is very clicky. Question, are we going to get any more minisodes? Yes, we've done minisodes for the remastered series as well, so you're going to get more and more and more content. What's your opinion on the TV movie? On the TV movie in general or the console? The movie I think is fine. Like, I know a lot of people didn't like it, and there's a lot of slack for it. I know like Sylvester should have really been in it more, but I don't know, I like it for what it is. I like it. It's its own thing. It's of its time, and you can just watch it and just enjoy it for what it is. And as for the console, I love that console. It's very nice. I do find the console doesn't really have much on it. It's a lot of big things that do nothing or light up. Yeah, so I like that set, but yeah, it's probably not one of my favorite consoles. We've just had another generous super chat from Ryan. Thank you, Ryan Spear. What were the new Doctor's new outfit going to be? Oh, I couldn't possibly tell you. I'm so sorry. I wish I could sit here and tell you everything. But if I do that, then there's no point in you watching the series, then, is there? Because you know everything. So I think it's fun when you find out. Just trust me, there's going to be a reveal. On Phoenix and their costume and everything. Who's playing it? What it's going to be like. And I feel like there's going to be more questions after that than anything else. Paul McGann, in my opinion, would be in one of the best Doctors if he got yeah, Paul McGann would be great. You know, I just his voice. He's got a voice for audio, which is really funny because he's an audio doctor now. Yeah, Paul McGann is great. I love Paul McGann. The TV movie is good, and I'm sorry if it was mainly a flop on the American. Yeah, well, you know, there was a lot of baggage for a new audience, and that's probably why they just didn't really get into it. Like, Sylvester came on screen, and they were probably like, "Who the hell is this guy?" So yeah, it's understandable why it flopped. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. Well, the new Doctor's outfit's going to be a bird because he's the Phoenix. Just a bird costume. I still think the Phoenix is Luke. I can very much confirm I am not playing the Phoenix Doctor. I'm definitely not playing the Phoenix Doctor. I know I could be lying to you right now, but I'm not, because I'm not the Phoenix Doctor. No, I will only ever be Little Red. So, yeah. So your new shed that makes the new TARDIS insert. Chat keeps fading away. Yeah, it fades away when I don't touch it, so it's quite strange. So your new shed that makes the TARDIS interior bigger. Yeah, the new one's massive. It's huge. It's huge. Yeah. Right. So. Okay, I'm going back to prop making. So, will the Phoenix Doctor just be a bird? Yeah, could you imagine? Just a massive CGI bird. It's the Chaldra. What's your opinion on the recent 2 seasons? Personally, I think season 2 was good until Billie Piper popped up as whatever she is playing. I like. Hello, doggo. I like season 1. It was fine. Hello, mate. We have doggo. You can't see doggo, but doggo is right there. No, okay. Yeah, season 1 was fine. Season 2 was fine. It's just the ending that, yeah, I didn't agree on. I wasn't happy with the ending at all. I felt like the last one. I don't have a dog. It's my parents' dog. I'm dog sitting. My parents have gone away for the weekend, so I'm here looking after doggos and building TARDIS props. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the reality war. I left that cinema feeling very weird. It just, something felt icky about it. I don't like how Shooty was treated, so yeah, and yeah, we know Billie Piper's playing the Doctor. Because this was a debate when David Tennant came back as the 14th Doctor, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, what's it going to be? Is it going to be the Doctor from a different universe? Is it going to be a Doctor from the multiverse? Is it going to be the human Doctor?" No, it's the 14th Doctor. It was literally that plain and simple, and I think it's going to be the exact same with Billie Piper. I don't think Russell is going to do anything different or exciting, or she's not going to be the bad wolf entity. She's not going to be that. She's going to be the Doctor. That's what I take from it. What is your opinion on Billie? I think they've really messed up. I think they've just damaged the show drastically. Billie would have been fine if David hadn't come back previously. But Russell needs to realise that there are more actors out there than David Tennant, Billie Piper, the guy who played Alonzo. I can't remember his name. Toby. Is it Toby? I can't remember his name. But yeah, the guy who's playing Alonzo, who's in The War Between the Land and Sea. There is a lot of actors out there. A lot of new talent out there. Go and find them. Like, it's not difficult. It's I don't know. Like the industry is struggling, and big companies need to give big production houses need to give these new fresh people like a chance, because we've seen it all before and it's boring at this point. Tobey Maguire, that's the one. But yeah, I don't know. I just, yeah, I think they very much damaged the show. I love Billie Piper. I think she's a tremendous actor. Hello, Doggo. You still can't see him. I'm petting Doggo right now. But yeah, yeah, she will be great. Russell Tovey. Why did I think Toby? I don't know. Didn't he play someone called Toby in Being Human? Is that what I'm thinking of it? Or am I just going somewhere else? I'm going to put some dirt in your eye. Yeah, I don't know. It's just the last shot. Like, I know people are really like on this theory that, oh, because that last shot was the TARDIS, it's clear that like the last person looked into the heart of the TARDIS was Rose, so she's the bad wolf entity. The last person looked into the heart of the TARDIS was technically Jodie Whittaker. In Flux, when she smashes the panel and says, "Flux, meet vortex energy." But that doesn't make any sense. None of this makes any sense at all. I'm sorry, it doesn't. The last shot of the TARDIS, you saw all the lights going out, and the last shot of the TARDIS, it is an ending to Doctor Who, in my opinion. I feel like they shot it to go, in case we don't come back, in case this is actually the end of Doctor Who, wouldn't it be quite nice if all the lights go out and the last thing you see is the TARDIS console, and it's kind of a case of lights out. This is like a farewell. That's what I took from it, like from a directing standpoint. it's also there to cut between the transition between Billy and Shooty. If you want to get really technical with it. So it might just be a lazy, let's just stick a shot here to transition between Billy and Shooty because they weren't there together on set, were they? So anyway, enough about talking about all of that. Sorry, just reading the chat. But yeah, that's that. Right, so what am I doing? I'm gonna grab some super glue because I've just realised I have not done anything. So I'm gonna glue these in there and see what happens. So, okay. It'd be really funny if this goes horribly wrong. It's just live on camera. Sorry, I just saw someone pop up then and I totally missed it. I really need some new super glue because I'm almost out. Yay, prop making. My chat's gone again. Where are you? What is that head on your shelf? I assume you're on about this head. This is a very old Davros mask, which has got a chunk of the movement actually, which I was experimenting with. Yeah, I never really got around to finishing them. This is actually the original Davros mask from Series 2, but the latex is deteriorated just like that. So it's just, yeah, it's just crumbling. So that's good old Dave. Good old Dave Ross. I thought my chair was about to collapse and I was about to say that would be funny on live, wouldn't it? Oh, I really should have bought some more. Anything? Hello? I always find this happens with super glue. You buy a brand new bottle of super glue and it's fine for like a while for the majority of the bottle, but then when you get about halfway, like I've never finished a bottle of super glue. You always end up having to buy a new one because it always clogs up. Ta-da! Prop making. There we go. At least I say I've done something. Would you consider returning in a multi-doctor episode? I would only come back if the script required me to be there. Yeah, I wouldn't just show up just to like be a hat stand or anything like that. Like, I want to be doing something. I want to be there for a purpose. Yeah, it's one thing I don't like about multi-doctor stories is when they bring all these doctors in and then they do absolutely nothing. I think a multi-doctor story should only really work from a writer standpoint. Should only really work if that character is genuinely needed. Yeah. When Joe from Echoes asked me to be in it, I was like, I'll do it so long as I'm not gonna just be like a cheap cameo. I don't want to be a cheap cameo. I was like, I care about this character a lot. Yeah, I don't want to just turn up and be like, hi, I'm here, say a couple of lines, then to disappear. I'm like, no. I want to be there for a reason. So that's my say in it. Invest in actual character storytelling and drop cheap cameos because it doesn't work. which is why I don't watch a lot of the Marvel stuff anymore, because I just find they've kind of gone into the whole, oh look, there's this character, oh look, there's that character, oh, do you remember this character, guys? There he is again. Oh, yeah. I'm like, I want true characters. Yeah, instead of the little red doctor return as the blue doctor or something. I mean, technically, the blue doctor's in series 2. He does wear. Wow, that's stuck there. Sorry, ADHD. I just, 1 minute I'm doing something, next minute I'm talking about something else. Yeah, the blue doctor. I don't call myself the blue doctor, but he wears blue in series 2. So, for a very, very good reason, which is made more apparent this time. I need to get a cloth. Because I need to my nozzle. Don't take that. Anyway, than what it is. Oh. So yeah, I'm currently waiting for bits to dry. I need to mask that up actually. I'm currently waiting for bits to dry, like the atom accelerator ball. I'm currently waiting for some things which are attached to the atom accelerator. Oh, we have another doggo who's just brought me a ball. I can't play with you lots. No, sorry, darling. She's coming closer. She's like, please play with ball. No. I'm on live stream, Lottie. Into doggo. Would you ever bring your own version of the curator? That'd be a cool idea. I mean, I'd like to think like my Doctor had been the curator at some point. Obviously, with our version of the Doctor being like 10,000 years old, he would have been at some point. There is like in the remastered story, we do delve more into like the backstory of prior to Little Red. Very interesting stuff. Like I've set up quite a lot of new lore for our version of Doctor Who. So hopefully you'll enjoy that, because that would be nice, wouldn't it? Please don't show your nozzle. This is a Christian server. I do apologise. I was just cleaning my nozzle. I wasn't flashing my nozzle on camera. It's okay. I said don't take it any other way. Oh. I love the atom accelerator. Yeah, I love it. Like we've always had the atom accelerator in the time rotor, and it wasn't going to go in the new one. And I was saying to Meg, I was like, what are we going to do with the atom accelerator? And Meg was like, put it on the console. And I was like, but if I put it on the console, I don't want that getting broke, because we've got screen used parts from the actual TARDIS here. I don't want that being subjected to people whacking it and stuff, because we want it'll actually be spinning constantly. And Meg came up with this really genius idea on how to incorporate the atom accelerator where no one can touch it, but you can physically see it. So yeah, we're running with that as an idea. Oh yeah, doggos are outside, so I'm just waiting for my super glue to dry. Where's my chat gone? Disappeared again. God damn it. Have you ever considered making a Batman fan film? Not particularly. I like Batman, but I'm not madly invested in it, as I am with like Doctor Who. Oh, that's a nice flicker switch. Sorry. Yeah, I probably wouldn't. I think if I were to do a sort of superhero fan film, I'd love to do a Spider-Man fan film. I love Spider-Man. What's been the hardest thing that you've tried to incorporate into the TARDIS? At the minute, the Christopher Eccleston and Tennant levers that I've got, the screen accurate ones, because they're so chunky. I'm like, where the bloody hell are we going to fit these? That's been the hardest. The atom accelerator was a bit of a headache, but we have managed to sort of find out that Yeah, I don't think anything's been too difficult. It's just sort of like just looking at it and thinking what fits naturally and where should they fit. Hello? There you are. I wish the chat would just stay up, but it just doesn't want to stay up. Consider switching your activity design to something similar to Jodie's. Originally, I was going to do the sort of classic posts, a bit like the Jodie and the new one, but without the grooves. I was pretty set on, yeah, I'm going to do that to the posts, and that'd be quite cool. And I was going to repaint it into a more classic colour until good friend Tom Powell did a 3D render, because he's got the 3D version of my police box. He tried putting the Jodie's posts onto my posts, and it looked ridiculous, as in stupid ridiculous. Because my police box signs, the full length police box signs, it looks strange. I was like, I never even considered that. So yeah, and Tom apologized. I was like, please do not apologize, because you've just saved me a lot of money and wasting my time, because I was so determined that, yeah, I'm going to do this, and I didn't do it. I'm not doing it. So yeah, no, I think I'll keep my box pretty much the same. Yeah, the only difference is that we've got new posts with the wood grain texture on, which is quite nice, which I suppose is similar to the new one, because they've got the wood grain effect. I need to go and see if my things are dry. What is your favorite New Who episode? My favorite episode is sort of like the last few years, if we're classing New Who. The Star Beast is one of my favorites. I love the vibe of that. They got it so right. And the Devil's Cord as well. I think those two are my go-to of New Who. In terms of all New Who, the 11th Hour is an episode that I can just watch whenever, and I enjoy it very much. I like The Doctor's Wife. I think that's a fun episode. Yeah, I quite like that. I do enjoy Power of the Doctor every now and then. I can't really think of. Yeah, I quite like series 8, I should say, not season 8. Yeah, have you ever seen Force Daleks Doctor Who Wife? I've seen a few episodes. Probably not all of them now. Yeah, I've seen a few of theirs. I really like Devil's Cord, but it felt like it should have been later in season 2. Not an episode. Yeah. I mean, in terms of like where the characters are, there shouldn't have been an episode 2. And I think that obviously the scene at the end shouldn't have been there, but there it was. But I can stop the episode before then, so it's fine. Time Bound Studio says, hi Luke, is that a Dalek behind you? It is a Dalek behind me. Did you plan the entire arc of the Pervert Doctor from the beginning? Kind of, and then kind of not. There was bits planned out, and then the original plan didn't go ahead, which we discovered when we were halfway through filming the series 5. I think we got to Most Hated Man, and then I was like, this isn't right. And that's when we decided to reboot series 5, and it was, the best decision I made. Everyone was like, why are you doing this? I was like, trust me, trust the process, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, if something's not right, I will redo it. Doesn't matter how much money it costs, how much time it takes. I would rather get something right and be proud of than get something wrong that I'm going to regret in life. So yeah, I'm gonna go and check that my things are dry, and I tell you what, you guys can come with me on a tour. Oh, 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 we'll see if this works. Oh, yeah, look at that, very cool. Oh, sorry, hang on, this goes into selfie stick mode. Wow, look at that, so cool, so cool. Going on an adventure. So we have some TARDIS bits. We have police box right there. Do you want to see what's inside the TARDIS? Wow, isn't that depressing? This is my brand new TARDIS. Wow, look at this. Going for the lumberyard design. This is all that's left. It's so small. It's so small. There's Doggo. Doggo be there. So yeah, this is all what's left of the old TARDIS. Heartbreaking. Doggo. There she goes. Yeah, so this is as far as me and Meg have got taking this down. Those are all the old TARDIS walls. There's more TARDIS walls there. That's the old door. There's a table in here. This is my parents. They put it in there temporary. This is Doggo. Doggo wants ball. Top quality content. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. Taking inspiration from John Pertwee. That's the one. So sad to see December. Yeah, you know. But then, oh, hang on, I can flip cameras. Whoa! Isn't that? Look at that technology. Who would have thought? Yeah, so small in here. It's crazy how small it is. So these are off the back wall with the door. There's the old bookcases. Some girder parts. There's the overhead unit. It's the back of the door. The vents down there. Over yonder are the doors. This is Doggo. Yeah, so like from here, it looks like it's still the TARDIS when you don't turn back, and you look back, and you're like, ah. It's weird though, because it's so much smaller than the old one, but then like it's ridiculously tall. I was like, I don't remember it being this tall. So yeah, and there's the chair. Hat stand still there. Doggo wants me to play with the ball. So yeah. So that's all we've got left at the minute of TARDIS. But we have filmed a video about it, so that's kind of cool. But these are the bits I've been working on. So probably do with another coat of paint. There's the atom accelerator ball. And then we've got this bit as well. This is all she does every time. Every time. So yeah, and then in my workshop I've got the old girders. That's the old TARDIS door frame. Don't know why I'm giving you a pronto tour, but yeah, so Sontaran, Sutek collar underneath, Silurian. That's Rory's. Rory is having the Ice Warrior off me. We have a Dalek head up there, K9, Dalek, K9, Series 4 K9, Doll's House, random, Cyberman boots, lots of props all down there, the Iron Foreman, TARDIS Lane in the background. Rory says, what's happening with the old TARDIS walls? The old TARDIS walls are going to be reused for TARDIS corridor walls. So that's fun. That's the gun from Time Crisis. We have an old Cyberman wetsuit. The Vok robot thing up there. Yeah, space helmet. Lots of TARDIS bits down here as well. This is all at the TARDIS, so all this needs moving. And this is my workstation. So yeah. So and this, yeah, I showed this earlier, but this might be the new DMAT lever. I need to change the handle. But I thought it was quite cool. It's very heavy. Very, very heavy. So these panels, these go in here. This something like this. Ta-da. So, and then you can change numbers. But originally I was going to keep this because I thought it would look quite nice. Doggo. I was going to keep this because I thought it looked quite nice. And then Chris, who is always right, said, "No, get rid of it. Paint it all. Paint all of it." So I need to paint all that. Yeah, levers, bits and stuff. Was the old TARDIS phone. Just that. Sad times. There we go. We went on a little tour. Wasn't that worth it? Yeah, I kind of stole Meg's tripod thing. It's very cool. It goes to selfie mode and everything. It's very cool. Yeah. Was that where I was last time? I was probably there. I'm just going to read the live chat. Crackpot theory, Joe Street is the confused outpost is the Phoenix. Good theory. Not right though, I'm afraid. Small on the inside. Yeah. Just reading this. Rory's hell yeah was to the Ice Warrior. Yeah, that is maxed out, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine. Lots. One moment. Right. Back on the seat. Right. So what I need to do is I need to work out how I'm going to see, because I need that to go in there, but I need it to be raised up. And I did try last time putting that on there, but do I have so I don't just want to hot glue it in because it's going to be used quite a lot. Wow, you're heavy. There's the old Series 3 sonic screwdriver. Every now and then you'll just find like random bits. Oh, I had to spare one of those. Cool. Ah, I've been looking for those for ages. I don't think I'm thinking now. Okay. But we shall see what happens. Right. So. Yeah, this is like a box of little bits that have been on the old console over the years. Like I've got the old spool thing, which was from the Series 2 console. I've got some old switches off the old TARDIS. And the old knobs, stuff like that. This is all it is, like when you're building props. Like see, like this randomly, this is just something I've just found, and it just so happens that it fits perfectly on there. And if I'm right, that should now. So I put you into there like that. Will you? You should technically fit. Oh. Wow, okay, we can do that. Oh, you almost fit. You're like a few mil off. Just going to plug my phone back in because battery. Yeah. I don't think my tripod's fully upright. Shall see. There might be a bit of noise now because I'm going to use my Dremel to just shave a bit off. Yeah, I realise I've never video like this before. Just because I've never really sort of felt like I could provide anything interesting video wise. Yeah, but everyone always asks me how I build TARDIS stuff, so I'm like, yeah, might as well. If anyone tunes in and hasn't been watching this live stream, they're probably a bit confused to what this live stream is. Oh, come on, you can definitely go in there. What lovely audio quality. I do apologise. Gives you that feeling of being at the dentist, doesn't it? Yeah. So we've gone from being a fan film YouTube channel to now being a prop making YouTube channel. Like I say, I do everything for the series, so it's like this is like second nature to me. But it's the bits that you guys don't see. I wish I could turn this down, but you can turn the volume down. Doctor and the Doctor seems to generate interfaces like there's a possibility of Meg becoming the Doctor. But how would that work with Meg being a companion? It doesn't make much sense, does it? Oh, look at that. Look at that. See that? Look at that. See what I mean? So that black thing fits perfectly in there, and it just so happens that that's the thread for that. So I could glue that. That's not glued in, that's why. So that's glued in like that. Oh, that's nice. I like that. I like that very much. So I just put you back together. Oh, that would look nice. It looks like a detonator. Kind of so dangerous. Cool. We are running with that then. Okay. Oh, so that pops out of there. Just going to double check that thread is right for that. There it is. In fact, I could also screw on. What do I need? What do I need? What do I need? So you going that way. Makes you further from the thread. Oh, that is nice. I like that. Could go a bit more actually. Oh, that is nice. Listen to that. Oh, yes. Kill, kill, kill. So we will glue that in. It reminds me to think of Journey to the Centre of the TARDIS. Rob said, "No, this is cool. I love getting to see our props, work in progress props, and the workshop workspace." Sorry. that way. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Oh. Super glue problems. Happens to the best of us. I really need to invest into some super glue activator. And drop you in there. Push you down just like that. Bob is your uncle. He's not my uncle. Okay. Don't get super glue on your fingers. Do we have? Wipe my nozzle. Do I have a stick? I do have a stick. Stick. This is just to move around the super glue a bit so it creates a better seal. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. And then I'll probably dab a bit of hot glue in there as well, just to reinforce it. Stick to my pool hot glue gun. They never keep clean, hot glue guns. They never do. You get a brand new hot glue gun and you're like, yeah, I'll try my best to keep it very clean. Never happens. Never happens. Okay, we'll let that heat up. I'm making progress. So much progress. Where we go, ooh, click, click, click. Mother effer. I nearly swore then, Rory. The TARDIS concert is an ultimate fidget cube. Oh, it absolutely is. There's, like I said, there's so much. But you can hear that. That's the new DMAT lever. Yeah, and then like, yeah, our friend Steph, who played the therapist, is like, you've got to do a TARDIS ASMR video. Hello, Lottie. Okay. Okay, sweet. Doggo. But yeah, so I'm going to be painting. Where's it gone? So my plan is I want to paint this a nice metallic gunmetal grey, because that'd be quite nice. With the titanium handles, which will also look very nice indeed. I've got those metal bits to go on, which I showed earlier. The plan is I want to put an LED in there. Do I have any LEDs? Wow, all my drawers are empty. I'm running out of stock. Any LEDs? There is some LEDs in here. I don't know what LEDs are. I think these are purple LEDs though, from Dom Sonic. Oh, wow, look at that. See how nice that fits. That LED just pops up right there. Look at that. So we could... I don't have a 9-volt battery, do I? Yeah, okay, that will work very nicely. Yeah, so that'll be the plan, is this panel comes off. This is going to get attached on there because it fits beautifully. Nice little LED in there. That will work quite nice. I feel like we need a DDB 2012 version of Unleashed. Yeah, well, Meg was working on a TARDIS Unlocked one, but we shall see if she actually edits it. I don't know if Meg's still watching. She might be. She might not be. Yeah, I also got this piece. This is going to like suspend the. This is what? 10mm acrylic. This is going to suspend the atom accelerator. Oh, it's looks so nice. It's going to be very cool. Very cool indeed. Oh, still waiting for my hot glue gun to heat up. Yeah, and then the next fun job's going to be trying to assemble that lever onto the new D-mat lever. Oh, that does look cool. Wow. It's nice. It's nice. So this is just me, like, casually on a usual day of making TARDIS bits. It's just me sitting here, not talking to myself as much. Right, what else have I got in here? Some acrylic bits. I've got those parts as well. I've still got to paint them feet as well. And that gun. Oh, so much to do. So little time. I really thought I wouldn't have enough time. I would have too little to do. And I've realised I've got quite a lot to do. So yeah, if that... are these ready for painting? It's a bit tacky. Yeah, I was hoping to get the atom accelerator painted and start to assemble it on camera, but unfortunately we're not there yet. This is the only annoying thing about prop making. It's waiting for everything to dry, like paints and glues and stuff like that. You'll be fine to get there now. Oh, it's exciting. I have no idea how I'm going to attach these onto there, because that's a nice snug fit, to be honest. Oh, I might dab some hot glue in there as well. Just I reckon if you wedge that in enough, that ain't going to come out now, is it? Which is a good thing. Okay. I probably don't need to do too much of that. I'm going to keep these black, I think. Black levers on gunmetal grey. That'll look quite nice. That will look quite nice indeed. People still see me and hear me? Just checking, because the chat's gone quiet. I don't know if everyone got bored of me just messing with stuff. Yes, just wanting to check everyone's still there, or am I just talking to myself? I want to be a first. I'm sure you can change the tension on these, can't you? So that, does that tighten it up? Oh, it's stiff, is it? Oh, okay. Here we go. Okay, interesting. Why is that one so nicer than that one? It's the same thing. Yeah. I need to remove this as well, don't I? People still there? Can people still hear me and see me? Or has my chat just decided to bug off? Back. Oh, hello. What? I didn't realise you... I saw nothing coming up. Meg, hey, don't put the TARDIS unlocked responsibility back on me. Ha ha ha. Back on you, Bab. I can smell hot glue. Oh, that stinks. That acrylic does look nice. Is Atom Accelerator going to be in the same colours? Yeah, Atom Accelerator is going to be literally a prop replica. I think his chat froze. You were correct. He had froze.
Meg's trying to recruit Rory. Missed that bit. You need an episode like the larger 50 minutes of comparing flicking switches until the TARDIS works. That's it. I'm back. Yes, we see you. Yep. Yes, we can see you and hear you. Yes, Luke. Now back to saving the world. Amazing. Right. Yeah, I was sitting here like, the last message was Tom, and I was like, hello? Are you receiving? Doop, doop. Okay. Did I just smear hot glue on the thread? Of course I did, because I'm an idiot. With a box and a screwdriver. Reaching out. Helping. Imagine Dogman as the doctor, Luke. That would be cool. Dogman. Anyway, so we dolloped a load of hot glue in there. That will be nice. I'm going to do the same to you, just so you don't come out. Squirt. Oh yeah, my trick on my hot glue gun. It hasn't worked for years. So, and we're back in low resolution. Yay! Welcome to the 60s. We're back. Is the TARDIS been sponsored by Airbus? They can sponsor me if they like. Anything for some extra funding would be nice. The red and purple doctors are my favourite fan doctors. Well, thank you very much. You have good taste in doctors. I appreciate that. Luke is the definition of the doctor. I try. Have you ever constructed a prop and once it was finished you realised something was wrong with it and need to start again? Yeah, the Weeping Angel. I was several months into building a Weeping Angel and she looked awful. She looked so wrong. I wasn't happy. And it's the same with the Slovene. Like, it's just, you get halfway through a prop and you're like, this isn't right. This isn't working. It's a case of starting it all over again. So the Weeping Angel took like 6 months and double the amount of money because of fiberglass and resin and yeah, but that doesn't really happen that often. A lot of my props are sort of kit bashed and are happy accidents. I do have a prop guy now who does a lot of my fancy props, the props that I want to look, they need to look good. His name's Chris. I feel like Luke didn't even act when he was Doctor. I think it was just him being him. Oh, no. No, I think the Doctor's a little bit better than I am. Yeah. Yeah, no, I do tend to act. I put a lot of thought process into the Doctor when I'm doing that. I would say he's based on my own persona. His sarcasm is, and his dry humour is. But yes. If you had a chance to write a story for the official Doctor Who, what would it be about? I wouldn't tell you, because if it's a story I'm writing for Doctor Who, they're hiring me, my friend. They're hiring me. I want to tell that story. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I'd kind of just tell one of my own episodes just turned up with a budget. That would be nice. I hear a fly. Go away, fly. Yeah. Also, I'm going to mention this. The concept art for the Time Scepter was pre-planned before the Avengers happened. So that's how long back we're talking. But yeah, we added like there's meant to be like, extra spikes on there originally, and then the new version I kind of added Gallifreyan. But yeah, I think we got there first, but you know, it still happened. Yeah, ours had all like wiggly bits on it on the original, and then I got rid of those because they were stupid. And I decided just to have plain Gallifreyan on there. I think that's pretty good now, isn't it? Okay, so if I screw you in as far as I need you to be, do I want that to touch? What are we thinking? Oh, that sounds quite nice. Let me just try. Oh, that is nice. So that makes it sound very hollow, doesn't it? So I think we need to raise that a little bit. Oh, that's nice. That's it. I'll probably have to glue this in as well. I was trying not to glue it in just in case it breaks. Oh, that's nice. On the lever. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Right, so you're wiggling around quite a lot. So if I drop you in there as well. We shall try. If I can. Oh, don't tell me I've put hot glue in the way. It's always fun to see the process of building things. We got a big red button. Yes, very nice. I probably should have done this before I filled it with hot glue. You know what? I think hot glue would be fine. Hello, Lenny. Yeah, I think I like that there. Okay. I don't want to hot glue just yet. I will super glue. Oh, wrong way. Okay. Well, there goes nothing. I mean, these are pretty inexpensive to buy. AliExpress, if anyone wants to pick up a screen accurate DW 2012 TARDIS lever. I'm going to super glue this in on the plastic thread. I dollop a shed load of super glue. Okay, I'm going to just screw that back in. See, I don't want it to actually touch the metal bit, the red button. Ooh, super glue. Stanky. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this works. Swiping my nozzle again. Okay. Hot glue is going mental. I might as well turn that off for a little bit because that's not gonna. Hot glue is annoying because it gets. Oh, it does. I hate the stringy bits of hot glue. Like you're gluing something and then it's all wrapped around your arm. You're like, I can feel it. Right, that's gluing. That's fine. That's done. Right. So I need to. I'm now going on to a different TARDIS lever. I'm now going to mask off the elements that I want to keep on this big beastie lever, or on the new DMAT lever, which I'm still debating whether I want. I hate using these. Many times I've cut myself from building things in the past. Yeah. You tend to, this might sound really gross, but when you've cut yourself in the past bad, that sounds really dark. as in like when you've had an accident with like a Stanley blade or a craft knife, you tend to get muscle memory of what that sensation feels like, and it's really not nice. And every time I use this now, I can feel this. I can feel it from muscle memory. Yeah, I've had a few bad accidents when making props. The worst one I did was back in 2016. I was using a belt sander, and the piece that I was sanding down, because a belt sander is basically like a big piece of sandpaper that spins around very, very, very quickly. And I was sanding down, it was one of the rings of the time rotor that the lights go into, and it slipped, and my hand, or finger I should say, went straight down onto the sander, and it shaved my nail. I'm so sorry if people are like squeamish. It shaved my nail almost down to the bone, and I wish I was exaggerating that, but nope. I did that. It made me go really, really squeamish. My sister, who at the time gloated that she's had first aid training, was like, "Oh, I'll put a plaster on it and make sure it's fine." She stuck the sticky side onto the open wound, which was my my exposed nail bed and almost bone. I didn't really think much of it because I only passed out at the time. Because I'm not very good with blood and things like that. And when I come to change the dressing, I couldn't remove the plaster because my body had started healing, so the plaster was half stuck and would not come off. And I spent many hours at A&E, and they tried so hard to get this plaster off, and they could not get it off. And they did X-rays and stuff like that to, they did X-rays to see whether I had damaged any ligaments or any bones or anything like that. And they came back and said, "You're very lucky because you are literally millimeters away from your bone of your finger." Not a nice thing to hear. And yeah, and it ended up with them having to just go. They tried like deep freeze stuff on my hand so I couldn't feel the pain of when they tried to remove the plaster, because I said the only way you're going to remove it is it needs to be ripped off. And yeah, it did not work. It did not work. And they counted to 3, and on 2 ripped it straight off. And the pain that I felt was a pain that I have never felt in my life, and I don't want to ever feel that pain again. Because your nail bed tends to have millions and millions and millions of nerves. Yeah. And I'm not going to quote what the doctor said the pain felt like, because yeah, it's quite a bold statement to say on the pain level. But yeah, and then yeah, my nail did grow back eventually. Eventually, yeah. So I do get a little phobia sometimes when I'm working with certain tools, scary tools, which I would not recommend anyone use without confidence. But yeah, I've had quite a few accidents whilst working on props. Yeah, so I would say be careful, but I tried that and it still happened. So. Yeah, I do try to be more careful now, though. Like, just for the inconvenience of going up to A&E, I'm like, I don't want to go to A&E. I've got so much to do. That's nasty. Ouch. I've done that before. Ah, me. You too, huh? And I'm getting hungry now. I'm not sure what time is it actually. Sorry. 6:15. My goodness, today's flown. And all I've done is stuck a button onto a lever. Yeah, I am trying to do like more content video wise for YouTube. Yeah, I'm trying to film a video of me building the atom accelerator just because I think it's a very interesting prop, and it's my first proper prop replica that I'm making, so I thought it'd be fun to document it and to also try and get a screen accurate / partly screen used prop. I think it's quite nice to document that. We'll just see comics for the purple and little red. If this hasn't been done, someone needs to crack on with it. That'd be cool. That would be cool. Right, I think so. Let me take this off. That needs to be unbolted. Because I think this. God, that's stiff. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my handle. Oh, there we go. So, these are going to be prepped for painting. Yeah, it took me ages to mask this off, like a few months back. And I painted it all up and I was super chuffed with it. And then Chris turns around and says, get rid of it. After I masked everything off. But he's right. Chris is always right. So, yeah. Right. What I'm going to do now is we're going to go to the outside world. Oh, how exciting. How exciting. Look at this. So professional. We're not professional. Tripod mode activated. Okay, so if I put you there. Didn't you get married? I did get married. Nearly a year ago now. Nearly a year ago. Time flies. This is my professional setup. I made that joke on another video. I had already started like painting this a good few months ago now. That back on. So that needs painting with the rest of it. Yeah.
haven't really read the chat in a while. Outside. What colour am I painting? I'm going to paint it gunmetal grey, metallic. Is that better? Is that better? Is that better? Can everyone see? Yay! It's because I'm technically slightly closer to the house. This is like where the Wi-Fi cuts out. So I put it back onto 5G. Good old 5G. This is the very first like hands-on kind of hands-on thing we're doing. I'm not a professional painter. Going all over my camera. Yeah, I'm not a professional painter. I've seen a lot of people just like thick layers of primer. Don't do that. Don't do that. We're all about dust coats for better coverage. You can always do another coat if you need to. You haven't got to do it all in one. B-E-A-U. And then I'll have to do it again. We'll pull them levers up and do the under bit. So I can't do that yet because it needs to dry. Cool. So I'm going to go move this into the sun whilst it dries. And we have atom accelerator. Let's go back into the workshop. Put you there for a moment. Voila. I don't know how good this quality is going to be in terms of a video, but we shall see. Have you seen the new Superman movie? I have not. I've been meaning to watch it for a while. I saw Fantastic Four. I thought that was great. Fantastic. Sorry, my phone's moving around the tripod. Rory, my spraying techniques tend to be more forceful than softly approach we see here. Yeah, if you do it too thick, you'll have runs. It could also not cure. That's why I do light dust coats. So paint sticks better. But yeah, that's the atom accelerator ball. And my task at hand is to get this. So I need to get a thread. I'll go through there into there, and then you. Oh wow! Look at that. It's perfect. It's perfect. Perfect. Yeah, I used to have one of these. which, oh, sorry, yeah, in the old TARDIS, and that was like a camera ball mount thing. It turns out it's not that. It's not that. It's the closest thing you can find to it. But what I found was the circles, they on the actual prop they connect ever so slightly. There's a slight, that circle connects to that circle. Yeah, and my old one didn't do that. It also had less circles, less mountings. Whereas this has got quite a continuous row of them. So yeah, when I was in Bob's Bits, he had a few of these left, so I was like, I will get one. And that fits so beautifully. I can't wait for this prop to be done, because that just looks so, like the way that fits in there. Beautiful, beautiful. So I'm debating, do I paint this, or am I getting ahead of myself because I want to get it done? I'm debating what to do. Just reading the chat. Can we get some photos of the Sonics used over the years, please? Well, there's the Series 3 Sonic, which is not in the best of state, as you can probably see. Yeah, it does extend still. Wow. Yeah, not in the best of state. Probably don't have any decent photos of that. Yeah, the original. Oh, there. That's the original Series 1 2013 version. Still going somehow. So yeah, we've got Series 1, and we've got Series 3. The Series 4 one's still fine. That's still kicking. I'm going to order a takeaway tonight, I think. I need to decide what I want. Chinese or a curry? Food. Sorry, I do apologise for showing you destroyed. It's the problem with these props is that they're not designed to last. Like, they look cool for when they need to look cool, and then they get used, and then yeah, they fall apart very quickly. I don't know whether I want to paint this yet or not, or whether I want to just hold it a little bit longer. He dropped it. Right, so can't really work this way, can I? It doesn't make much sense. But hey ho, we move. Okay, so I think that's good enough now to dry. Rory, paint it! You know you want to. I do want to. I want to very much to paint it. Giving it a light sand. This is wet and dry. Very good for like super fine sanding. And just rust the surface area up ever so slightly. Hello, doggo. You probably want feeding as well, don't you, in a bit? Yeah. Hi. Hi, baby. I always check as well before I paint stuff into several spaces. I'll just scratch it with my nail just to make sure it doesn't come off, which it doesn't. So now that means it's ready for painting. How exciting, how exciting. Just going to do the professional of drawing it on my shirt. Two. And now here you go. Oh. And now we go back outside. Back outside. There's a bit there, yeah. And I'm gonna drop you down. I don't know what that sound is. And we have gold. This is Rory's fault. Rory said paint it, so here we go. Will we ever see the product regenerate? You've asked that, Alfie, and the answer is no. You won't see an actual regeneration. What you saw was what you saw. The dots exploded. My fault? How rude. It's your fault I'm being productive, Rory. It's your fault. Oh, it's happening. It's happening. We can see it. Look at that. I'll do it. It's annoying because the underside I have one last bit. What was that, Rory? Due to the balls to roll their frames a bit. Yeah, look, these have got flat surfaces, so it actually won't roll. In theory, it won't roll. Cool. Right. So that's that sorted. Gonna just drop this down real quick. Wow, we've been live streaming for 2 hours. And I've made £4 on Super Chats. Ain't that nice? And Doggo wants to kick ball. So we are. So these all need painting up as well. So these are the new levers in the TARDIS. A big boy lever. No. down. And then in here, which is the secondary workshop, which has got vice and metal. I was doing this earlier before the live stream. Oh, I mean, yeah. Secondary doggo. Go boy. Stella's aren't mine, they are father's. They are my dad's. I'm not stealing his. Also, I'm not a fan of beer. I prefer ciders rather than beer. I'm just going to adjust this for one moment. Okay. This is very fiddly. Not a flat angle. Need between 12, like you've never seen him before. Hang on. Let's move something smooth here because I can't fit my tripod. Why can't I fit my tripod? Beer. What did we say? Same beer is kind of. Yeah, I had beer on my stag do. Oh, it finished me off. That was the drink where everything went wrong. No, definitely not. So, we have an aluminium rod, or as the Americans say, aluminum. If you have any Americans in there. Oh, beautiful! Look at that. Oh, that fits. Yeah. Earlier I drilled this out because me and my beautiful wife Meg, we went to B&Q yesterday to look for some aluminium rods that would fit. Where are my? Hold that. I will finish that sentence in a minute. There they are. My bag of bits. Open bag of bits. So what we needed was an aluminium rod that would be big enough to fit over the existing aluminium rod. American here, I'm being called out. Yes, you're being called out. Aluminum. We don't get into that. So we needed an aluminium rod that would be big enough to fit over the existing rods because these are quite small, but also wide enough that it would also fit through here. Wait, what? They're different sizes? No. Oh, they're different sizes? Well, that's a ball ache. Because I ordered two and one of the bags were missing and I was like, oh, it's fine, I've got spares. No. It turns out they're all different sizes. Wow. But also, that actually might... Okay. That's fine. I dropped it. But it's fine because I can just sand that one out. It's fine. So basically that fits in there beautifully. Look at that. Gorgeous. My chair keeps spinning. So basically this will screw onto there like so. And then somehow, I might, to be fair, that actually might work better to have the smaller ones. But the plan is to have that in there like that. It's a bit wobbly at the minute. It won't be when I'm done. And then these, because I had to bore this out slightly with the drill, just so it fit a bit better over there. Will that go all the way down? Oh, come on. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. Oh my God, look at that full fit. Gorgeous. And that'll go on there. Cool, right. So we've got that. Oh, you are. Okay, so I probably should have done that. This is the beauty of prop making, is you'll do something and go, oh, that fits really snug, and then go, ah, I can't undo that now. Yep, that's not going to come out. Okay, so do I need to make that gap bigger? Because I've just realised that it now does not fit through said gap. Ah, that's fine. I can make it a bit bigger. It's fine. I can cut that off. Come on, all the grip strength. Wow, that's tight. this is what happens to your hands. Oh, aluminium. Who would have it? Oh, it turns out prop makers. Wow, I'm just tighten that up now. Okay, so I'm guessing that's done then. No alterations to that. That's fine. That's fine. Luckily, I did cut it to the height I wanted anyway. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to cut there. Do you have a wrench? I do have a wrench. I don't really want to scratch the aluminium. So I'm just watching Doggo with the atom accelerator in case they think it's a ball. It is not a ball. That's fine. I can sort that out later then. But yeah, so that's the plan. The plan is that I'm going to demonstrate like this. So this is how it would look from a side perspective, and then this would go on top. Obviously, I can shrink this down a bit if I need to. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. So you could imagine. Oh, look at that. Isn't that going to be nice? Beautiful, beautiful. So that's the vision. That's the vision. We have a doggo who is crying. Are you hungry? Doggo is hungry. I too am hungry. So I'm probably going to wrap up this stream in a little while. Yeah, I know. I'm going to wrap up this stream in just a little while and order some food. I'm just going to dollop a load of hot glue in here. Blah, 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 blah. Wow, I don't think I've ever used that much hot glue in my life. It's like a pool of hot glue. But we want to make sure this never comes on. Maintenance, which she will. Yeah, it does make a very satisfying noise, doesn't it? Yeah. That one sounds different though. This one's quite a light click. This one, which is not the same, is that exact same? It's got more of a clunky, but it's fine. We will just, I don't know, something. What does the chat say? What did the chat say? I was at MegaCon Manchester a few weeks ago and I ran into the person who played your daughter. Yeah, Lizzie. Yeah, I remember she went there. I think she said that she got recognised. So it's cool that like you guys recognise cast members that have been in the show. It's quite nice. It's quite nice. Just joined the stream. Oh, you've missed a quality stream of me just faffing around with my nozzle and bits and pieces. Any update on Series 2 of the Remastered? It's coming. We've got big plans, just stay with me. Hi Luke, hi. I have a question. Do you? Do I have the answer? And that is the better question. Okay, I can turn that hot glue. Gone off. Oh, I don't really want to have to like cut that out because that's quite a nice. I'll try using the wrench too. See, it does mean though that is bigger. That wouldn't fit. No, that wouldn't fit. That needs cutting out regardless then, doesn't it? It does. I wonder if I could just find it out. You right, Lenny? You want food, mate? I'll come and do this. 1 second. Give me a minute. Who will be the doctor? The Phoenix will be the doctor. There's your answer. Oh.
Yeah, I know a lot of people want to know who he's playing Phoenix. And like I say, it will come. It just won't happen on a live stream or a comment. That is not a nice sound. So, bear with, because, like I say, Phoenix, they are coming. We do plan to do... Oh, that's too big, isn't it? We do plan to do a proper video revealing Phoenix. So, look out for that. I don't know when that'll be. These things take time, unfortunately. Yeah, we try to get as much done as we can, just so you guys have as much content as possible. But as you can see, it's took me all day to put one button in the top cap and paint the atomic accelerator ball, which Lenny is looking at. It's not a ball, Lenny. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. I don't usually do filing. It's more of, I tend to go in rough and just use. Does the Phoenix have a Sonic? They will have a Sonic. The minute they do not. Oops. Yeah, I would normally do this with my Dremel, but unfortunately, I've run out of cutting discs, so I don't think too much needs to be took off. Really, I think it is just a little bit. I mean, that tube's like 10 mil, so it only needs about a mil took off either side. Yeah, I mean, I would make these from scratch, these levers. I mean, it probably would have been easier, but I don't think so in a way. With the TARDIS levers, I always want to make sure that whatever we put on there, it's going to be robust and strong and not have to be replaced or repaired every year. The Hartnell levers that we originally had were custom built by myself, and they would snap constantly. So you try to save money by making them yourself, but it ends up costing you more money, more time. What time is it? That's why doggos are swarming me at the minute. Because it's feeding time at the zoo. We are getting there with this. Chill. I'll do the other side. Right. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of me doing. Rory says that's officially one of my least favourite sounds in the prop making. What, the ice cream man or the file? It's probably the file. Yeah, I'm probably going to head off, to be honest, because we've been going to this for 2 hours, and it's been lovely to just sit down and chat with you all, and just watch you do my shenanigans of prop making or attempting to prop make. Is this dry, do you think? That's pretty much dry, isn't it? Oh, that's very warm. So yeah,
what did we accomplish today? Well, we painted up. Wow, that is weird sensation. The top's warm and the bottom's cold. So you've got this. It's very strange. So this is the new handle of the dematerialization lever. Very, very cool. And that's the handle bit. Somehow these two need to attach. Somehow, so it needs to be something like this. That's the plan. That's what we're going for. But this is what we've achieved today. So we've got the demat lever, which has got. Oh, look at that! Look at that! That is nice. Looks quite nice. Yeah. It's kind of based on the current TARDIS because they've got like the button, but I went for silver, not gold, on my handle. That's nice. I like that. It's only a very subtle button. I think the other one was a bit too chunky and clunky. But yeah. Imagine that. Oh, that would be cool. That's a beast of a lever, that. Oh. Very nice. But yeah, so that's the so I'm gonna be doing this for a while. Cool. So we've done that. Cool. We have prepped all of the parts for the levers. Very cool. I've painted the atom accelerator. Thanks for Rory for telling me to do it. So I did it. And yeah, I think I think that's a good place to sort of end off. Rory said I'll take an ice cream. The handle looks amazing. Thank you very much. Meg says, Luke, get me an ice cream. I can get you an ice cream, but it might melt by the time I get home, so I will eat it for you. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna wrap up now because my stomach's rumbling. The dogs keep looking at me because it's past their dinner time. But we've done pretty well. Yeah, I've got some content coming out soon. We've got the Bob's Bits video, which is part of like the TARDIS building, and we've got some audio stuff coming, also exciting, and yeah, and I'm probably gonna do a video about the TARDIS as well. So we have lots of content coming still. Yeah, very cool. Right, I'm going to end this live stream now because we've been at it for 2 hours and 20 minutes. And I think that's a really good point to call it. Such a nice lever. I will catch you all later. There'll be a separate video for the Atom Accelerator, more in-depth video. Hopefully, if I can be bothered to finish it. So yeah, I will catch you all guys. Do English, Luke. I will catch you guys all later. It's been fun. Hope you've enjoyed this kind of live stream video. Yeah, we'll have to do more of them. See you all later. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and donate to the Patreon or subscribe to the Patreon. I don't know what it's classed as. Subscription technically. Join the Patreon. There we go. Join the Patreon or join YouTube members. You get cool little perks. You get more perks on the Patreon, so I recommend Patreon. Yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. So take care. Goodbye.